Chocks and Chocolates and in between, Roberto here for another video review. It's the Timeout Wafer Orange. Yes. So we're not sure what to make of this one really. Basically, Timeout, for those of you who don't know, was a great chocolate bar really. It existed quite some time, but was discontinued just a couple of years back, or 2, 3, maybe 4 years ago now. Maybe 5 actually, I'm not sure, but relatively recently anyway. And but they've sort of kept it going in this Timeout wafer form, which is just not the same basically. Timeout was it used to be in Cadbury's Heroes and all sorts. It was a big deal really, and they used to have a chunky version as well, although maybe not for very long, a good 20 years ago, which is gorgeous, one of the best bars ever. Although it could have rose-tinted spectacles, but anyway, quite sure it was. But anyway, digressing a bit. But yeah, it used to be sort of basically like it's not too dissimilar to this. It had sort of wafer inside it, but had sort of more general Cadbury's chocolate around the edge, a bit more like a twirl, two-fingered bar. And in the middle was kind of like a twirled chocolate as well for all intents and purposes. So it's a lot more of a sophisticated bar. This one's kind of just a bit like a blue ribbon really, but not as good if memory serves, you know, when I reviewed it a few years back. So they've done an orange version. I didn't think this bar was, well, I thought it was basically a dead bar really. I didn't think they were going to be doing anything for this, and probably were just going to, you know, sort of silently discontinue this one as well. But they've done this orange version. Cadbury's sort of gone crazy on that orange editions of chocolate bars. So I guess it's just got an abundance of orange flavouring, I guess, hanging around. So so why not put it in this as well? I guess it's probably not costing them anything, I guess, if they got so much of it. But, well, I'll say that in a slightly joking way, but you know what I mean. But yes, there we go. So will this make enough of a difference to make this bar actually work? You know, hopefully it might add some intrigue to make it work, as I say, but I'm a bit pessimistic really. But you never know, you never know. I'll probably be wearing orange as well. Just noticed that. So what does it say on the back? It says, we had a license of Cadbury UK Limited, passionate about our quality Cadbury products, get in touch, not happy, stuff like that. So per 100 grams, 526 calories, so pretty much spot on in the middle of the 500 to 550 calories per 100 grams that chocolate products tend to have, or chocolate bars at least. 20 grams of fat, 15 of which are saturates, and per stick, I guess, per bar, 20.2 grams, 106 calories, 5.7 grams of fat, 3.1 of which are saturates. One portion equals 20.2 grams. One packaging, it says, not one package. One packaging contains 6 portions. I guess it's the outer packaging, that's why I probably has to word it strangely. There we go. Wafer 16% with a cocoa and orange flavoured filling, 38% cool with milk chocolate, 45%. And yeah, it looks to go up to 99% there. So I don't know where the missing 1% is, but there we go. You can see it's got palm oil in as well. 6 times 20.2 grams equals 121.2 grams. Okay. Right, there we are. It's got the well, yes. The Queen approves there. Probably needs to be updated, that I guess. By appointment to Her Majesty the Queen, Cocoa and Chocolates Manufacturers, Cadbury UK Limited, Bourneville. Suitable vegetarians, there we go. Will that change? I guess it'll have a king symbol on it soon, yes, there we go. Nothing is much more to say on this one. So, yeah, it looks reasonably nice though. But as I say, the product generally sort of pales in comparison to its former self. But who knows, maybe the orange flavour will make all the difference. So, first of all, let's give it an open, take a look a bit closer. So let's do that first, and then we'll give it a taste. Alright, let's give it an open. Okay then everyone, going to give these Timeout Wafer Oranges an open. Yeah, so packaging in hand is a bit darker than it looks here. It looks quite light there. I think it's getting a bit slightly darker now as I've been holding it for a bit. But yeah, it's not quite as light as it looks there. But anyway, you know, a bit dark. Maybe a bit more like that actually. But of course, I say like that. You know, who knows what the brightness is on your monitor or phone or whatever. So anyway, all right, let's give it an open then. So just a bit of flourishes going here. I mean, quite sure that you could at least fit one more in with the spaces taken with these flourishes. You know, completely needless really. Don't need to be there. Just make the product look bigger. There we go. All right. Imagine one of the fingers is probably, you know, about the size of these flourishes. So there we go. All right, let's give it an open then. Okay. Nice. Alright, so 6 of them as you can see. And if we do take one out, so fold it back up again, roughly flourish on that side. You know, you can see here, you know, pretty much fits another one in. You could definitely fit, you know, both flourishes, you know, taking into account at least one more of these could be fit in. So packaging on the individual bars looks okay, a bit more blue than I would have liked. Maybe it seems to just use the same graphic almost. Yeah. I don't know really. Yeah, well, they definitely use the same graphic, I guess, but still fits in almost perfectly there. But yeah, anyway, the blue circle is still the same size, is what I mean. It's still the same size. They've reduced everything else, but the blue circle seems to be roughly the same size almost. They've just used the bottom of it or whatever. So, don't know. I think it means it looks like it's just got too much blue really. Lots of orange on this side. It just, I don't know, it just seems disproportionate. You know what I mean? I would have preferred it if it had a bit more orange on this bit as well, but there we go. Multi-pack bar, not for resale. So there we are. Yeah, okay. Right, so let's move these other ones out of the way. Yes, you can see as well also that you know, there's flourishes here as well. So you know, to me, you've got flourishes on the outer wrap and then vertical flourishes on these ones. You know, so so we bring back the wrappers or the outer box rather. So you can see if I take the flourishes away, you know, so you do get, it's not massive amounts, but if I took this out of the wrapper, it'd be even more apparent. But you know, just more wasted space basically. In fact, I'll take it out of the wrapper now and show you that. Yeah, so time recording, I've done about 970 reviews, believe it or not. So if you like this video, please click the like button and subscribe to the channel if not done already. Sorry, I'm going to put a link to place all my other reviews, as well as some related ones like chocolate orange reviews, maybe some Timeout reviews, maybe some other Cadbury reviews, things like this. So we'll want you to check this one out and hit the like button and subscribe. Hope you'll enjoy those too. Right, so there you go. So you can see it's a very, just a block, isn't it? You know, it doesn't look very, very inspiring really. Certainly a far cry from timeouts of old, the real timeouts. So you can see there, yeah, put it at the bottom. So I've gone over the edge a bit there, but I haven't. Yeah, so I mean, not a massive amount of space there, but nonetheless there is some. Times that by 6, you've almost got another bar as well, and bearing in mind that you have about 1.5 extra bars available there, that probably puts it over the edge to be another 2 bars available because of 1.5 from here. It's wasted space there. So when you think of it that way, yeah, pretty poor. That's basically an extra third. What's that? Yeah, an extra third, yeah, because it's 6, so 2 more. All right, let's give this a bit of a measure then. So I've got the old calipers here. Let's see. About 11.6 centimetres in height. Width is quite a square, this one. 2.4. In height. 1.3, 1.4. So, yeah, normally chocolate bars, as I say, do sort of have a, you know, they curve up at the sides basically. This one is literally just a rectangle almost, you know, just a whatever, elongated cube, I don't know what you'd call that. Elongated rectangle, whatever it is. I don't know, a 3D rectangle, whatever that is. Box, I don't know. But yeah, so interesting. You can see tie tracks at the bottom of the wafers coming through a bit as well. The layers at the side. It's a good bit of a snap. There you go, swap again. So you can see it's just a sort of typical wafer bar. You get quite a lot of these. I've sort of snapped it perfectly in half there almost. Look at that. We get a lot of these in sort of mainland Europe, these wafer bars as well. I don't know. You know, maybe it's just a Milka rebrand, maybe. It wouldn't surprise me if Milka do. In fact, there is that Nussini Milka bar, isn't there? Whatever it's called. Got some down there. Yeah, so it might just be a what's it? Waferini Nussini. Maybe it's just I don't know, using a similar concept to those. I don't know if it's the same mould or not, but you know what I mean. I wouldn't put it past them. Yes, there we go. So yeah, pretty normal, pretty bland. Doesn't look anything great. Got an orange smell from it though, so that's not too bad. But you can see the wafer's not very inspired. Got a bit of sort of cocoa between them. Yeah. All right. Well, does it taste any better than the blandness that it implies from looking at it? Well, let's find out. Hopefully, the orange flavour, as I say, will help that out. But we shall see. Okay. Interesting, actually. You can see I think I mentioned it before, but the wafer lines on the side there, quite interesting. All right, let's lift myself up, give it a taste. Let's do it. Okay then, everyone, give these Cadbury Timeout Wafer Orange a taste. Yeah, so basically, you know, it's Cadbury's sort of new version of Cadbury Timeout, basically, which is you know, a far cry from what it used to be. What used to be one of the best bars they did. Now it's just a sort of weird, you know, wafer. I don't know, just a general wafer bar really. In the old days, it used to be sort of like a Cadbury twirl with basically bits of wafer on the inside, essentially for intents and purposes. But now, as I say, it's just a sort of general wafer bar and quite generic really. And this is a sort of, well, the same bar but with orange flavouring in it. So we shall see. You can see there, quite general sort of wafer bar. Do a lot of these in mainland Europe really, you know, these sort of wafer bar things. So maybe it's like a sort of Milka rebrand or something like that. I can imagine that's probably why. Really don't understand why Cadbury discontinued the Timeout. As I say, it was one of their best bars. Used to go quite well, actually, look at that. But yeah, so interesting one. But they did it nonetheless, and this is what we're left up with. So we'll see. It's interesting that I thought this was a dead bar, basically. I thought they were just going to, you know, I don't think anyone bought this bar, and I thought they were just going to silently discontinue it at some point, especially with Blue Ribbons being around, which is just, you know, actually just the same thing, but better and more established. And, you know, yeah, I say better, it's probably not much better, but, you know, just more established and just got more going for it, really, I think, as far as the brand's concerned stuff. But, well, I say that, Cadbury Timeout was a big bar at one point, so who knows. All right, let's give it a bit of a taste then. Okay, let's do it. Let's give it a taste. Not bad actually. Really fantastic, but the orange flavour does give it a bit more of a taste in the just sort of the bland wafer and chocolatey taste. It's not bad. I've been very disappointed with it in the when I first tried it. When this sort of remoulded or redone version of Timeout, and it's one of those where there are things like blue ribbons which I generally have quite high opinion of. Is it really much different than that? Have I just been a bit harsh because it was not the same Cadbury Timeout that it used to be? Possibly. But generally, it wasn't that great of a bar. I think the orange flavour, though, definitely lifts it. It really does add something to it, because I think that's can be a bit of the problem with these sort of wafer bars, where the wafer's obviously not got really much flavour at all. It can just depend on other things, but I think having that orange flavour does add to it a bit. Got a nice crunch, as you can imagine. The cocoa type filling is okay. Is that what it's called? That was referred to it as cocoa and orange flavoured filling. Yeah, so I think the fact that it's orange does lift it up a bit actually. It's still nothing special though. It's still very bland, really. It's okay. I feel like it's just it's just all right, really. Is the gist of it. But the orange flavour does really make a difference. It does add a lot to it. It just gives it some interest, really. And chocolate's just there enough to be tasted, but I think having that orange flavour just it just gives the bar a taste, if you know what I mean. That's just would otherwise be missing, would otherwise made it very bland. There's still nothing great though. As I say, it still is what it is really, which is just a sort of wafer bar, just generic wafer, a bit of cocoa in between, obviously a bit of chocolate around the outside. But I think that orange flavour just means that you can taste something, and it just emphasises that there is something there, and I think it does make a bit of a difference. It's still nothing great though. Basically, it's just okay. I think there's a lot of better bars out there. I don't. If there wasn't so many other decent chocolate bars out there that you would describe as average, I think this probably would be a 3 out of 5. But I think it's probably a 2, 2.5. I'm going to say a 2.5 out of 5. I think it would be a 2 without the orange flavouring. It's all right. It's just all right. Okay guys, hope you enjoyed that review. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Check out the YouTube member program. Great to support the channel, really is. Link is in the description for that, as is the link for the Discord server, which is a great way to keep in touch with myself and the community. Yes, leave a comment for me. Always great to hear from you, and always do my best to reply. Click on one of these links that's been on the screen now. Yeah, have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Thanks again guys, take care, bye for now. See ya.